The 2003 SEC Basketball Tournament is being brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Be you. Nothing's better. Dr. Pepper. By Alltel. You connected? By Jefferson Pilot Financial. Investments and insurance for your financial freedom. And by Toyota. Hurry to your local Toyota dealer during the nationwide spring sales event and get the Toyota that's right for you.
Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans, where the Southeastern Conference Tournament has reached the quarterfinal round. Earlier, Mississippi State knocked off Ole Miss. And now our second quarterfinal game of the day, matching the LSU Tigers against the Florida Gators. And here are the starting lineups. For the LSU Tigers, Ronald Dupree for the third straight game, named second team All-SEC, third straight season, I should say, with Ureta, second leading rebounder in the SEC, Torres Bright among the assist leaders, Whipple and Temple, who had 18 yesterday against South Carolina. And the Gator starters, led by their senior Matt Bonner. He's been on a tear recently and leads the SEC, as you see, in three-point percentage. Matt Walsh, David Lee, Anthony Roberson, freshman of the year in the conference, and Justin Hamilton. And before the tip, let's go down to the sideline and Dave Baker. Buzz?
Tom, you talked about Matt Bonner. The big question for Billy Donovan today is what is he going to be able to get out of Bonner? He's got a condition in his right foot called plantar fasciitis. Now, it afflicts long-distance runners. As you can tell, I've never had it, but I know about it. The only thing you can do is to, shut it down, roll a Coke bottle that's been in the freezer on your foot. It's extremely painful, but obviously they don't have a month to shut Matt Bonner down. He said before the game that once he gets it loosened up, it's okay. But the one thing he can't stand is sitting back down. So he's just going to go as long as he can. He hasn't done anything this week at practice except light shooting.
Larry, none of those things he mentioned sounded like much fun.
How about rolling the Coke bottle on the bottom of the foot down there, huh?
Here's the series history. The Gators have won 5 in a row over the Tigers, though LSU has the lead in tourney play. And the two teams met during the regular season in Baton Rouge. There's Billy Donovan in his 7th season as the head coach of the Gators, has taken them to a school record 24 wins. And his counterpart with the Tigers, John Brady, in his 6th season at Baton Rouge, has a 20-win season under his belt, including that 6-game winning streak. After the scramble, the Gators control the opening tap.
LSU will open up in a man-to-man defense. You'll see all 5 Gators start the offense. They're all above the free throw line, and then they work their way down.
Bonner for 3.
So what else is new? Best three-point shooter in this conference just got the first basket for Florida.
5 of his last 9 games, he's scored 20 or more. First team All-SEC. Torres Bright gives it to Ureta, who bounced it off his foot and out of bounds.
Boy, that was good help, too, by Bonner inside. Lee was on the other side. Matt Walsh with a kick-out pass to the right, and there's Bonner with that familiar pose.
The two teams met January 28th in Baton Rouge. Brett Nelson had the best game of a disappointing senior season as Lee misses the jam after coming free, but there's Bonner to save it. Nelson had 25, including 7 3-pointers. There's a 3 from Roberson. Larry, you're right. The threes are raining at the Superdome. Florida 2 for 2.
Well, what we witnessed early this afternoon was a defensive struggle. This one will be an offensive struggle.
No struggle so far for the Gators. Popping in the threes. Here's a 3-pointer from Hollis Temple. No, won't go down. And on the rebound, an LSU foul as Ureta worked his way to the offensive board, one of the best offensive rebounders in the league.
And Florida's got a number of quality three-point shooters. Anthony Roberson, the freshman. In fact, freshman of the year in the league, hitting the second 3 for the Gators today.
Matt Bonner calls for the first foul of the game on that rebound. Torres Bright thought about it as Bonner comes to pick him up. Faked him and then fired and missed it. Rebounded by Walsh, knocked away from him, saved it inbounds. Lee and Dupree out of bounds to LSU.
Well, good hustle over there by Dupree to come up with that basketball.
Here's Whipple at the point for the Tigers. Finds Dupree. Turnaround jumper and a pretty one from 15 feet.
Tom, how about how far he elevates on his jump shot? He gets so high up in the air.
Over 1,600 points in his LSU career. Bonner traveled took it right into the teeth of the LSU defense and shuffled his feet.
Go back and take a look at Ronald Dupree, one of the best players in this league. I mean, he really elevates on his jump shot. This LSU team looking now at another zone defense by Florida.
Whistle away from the ball and a Florida foul. It's on Lee. David Lee picks up his first.
He had Ureta by the jersey.
Wright needs some help. Got it to Whipple. He tried to leave it for Ureta, picked off by Roberson. 3-on-2 break. Matt Walsh got it.
What a shot. Tom, he actually reached back. He didn't go up forward with the ball. He reached back and shot it a little bit over his shoulder.
Gators lead 8-2.
That was a very unique move on that layup.
Ureta facing up on Lee. Now Bonner comes to help and steals the ball.
Ureta with a little inattention to details right there. You don't put the ball out in front of the defender.
Walsh, 18-footer, way off the mark. Ureta one-hands the rebound, gives it up to Taurus Bright. Bright with a double clutch move, cut off by Lee. Then double teamed, nearly lost it.
Whipple out there running that team. A lot of the reasons LSU has had some success late season here is because of that shift for Bright to go to that shooting guard and Whipple taking the point guard position.
Shot clock at 6. Dupree, pull up, too hard. Roberson. LSU's back on defense. Roberson, though, never let up. Gave it to Bonner.
Can you imagine the pressure it puts on the defense and know that you've got to get back and immediately come back out and guard that three-point shooter? Florida's got 3 of them in there right now.
Hamilton lost it for a moment. Roberson. Lee saved it, but right to Dupree. Wright was calling for it at the arc. They didn't see him. Now they get it to him. Taurus Bright for 3. Picked up by Lee. Behind the back pass to Walsh. Roberson. Wright picked him up. Lee, though, left open. Hesitation move. Spin. And one.
Tom, let's go back and look at that layup by Matt Walsh. I want you to look at how he shoots this ball. He takes it and lays it back, and it extends with the right arm. What a great shot, simply to avoid getting the shot blocked. And, of course, David Lee on that last play just before we saw him get the foul.
An acrobatic shot of his own as Ureta picks up the first LSU foul, and Lee completes the three-point play. John Brady's Tigers still with just 1 bucket, now trailing 11-2. LSU in danger of letting it get away early.
So we talk so much about defensive pressure. I think Florida puts offensive pressure on you. They force the ball down the floor, and you're getting back on the break, and then all of a sudden you have to come back out and guard that perimeter because they're so quick getting out beyond that line.
Gators lost 2 tough ones to Georgia and Kentucky. Close games. Trying to make up for it with a run in the tourney. There's a tough shot from Collis Temple. Wow.
We have seen some acrobatic moves here already in the early stages of this game.
Polos into the game. Can't hit from in close. Cleared by Ureta. Here's Temple running the floor. Polos picks him up, but Temple got around him to lay it in. Back-to-back buckets.
How about that little hesitation move right there? Looked like he was going to pull it back out, turned around, and went right back to the baseline. Good heads-up play by Collis Temple, the third. And Collis Temple Jr. is sitting up in the stands watching his son play today.
Like his son, a former LSU player. Roberson dancing, delivering. Good. Look at Ureta, Sky for the rebound. Temple. David Lee with a hand check foul. Meanwhile, Matt Bonner strolling behind the Florida bench. That foot obviously bothering him again. Out of the game and trying to stay warm. And LSU badly needed buckets. Might have been a hook he got away with, but a pretty move by Temple. They had a 13-game winning streak working. The Tigers had lost 4 straight. And the Gators proved to be too strong for the Tigers despite the efforts of Collis Temple. And the game provided an incident that resulted in a 1-game suspension for Jaime Ureta. There it is. Brett Nelson broke out of a scoring slump with 25. And the final score was Florida 70, LSU 53. A lot has happened since then, though, including LSU's turnaround. And the Gator long winning streak ended. First met its end at Rupp Arena. And then they lost on the last 2 games of the regular season at Georgia and home against Kentucky. Shooting early, as you see, in favor of the Gators, who haven't missed from the 3-point arc, 2 for 2.
Christian Breyer in the lineup for the Gators.
And Brett Nelson, hero of that first game, is in as well. Zone defense from Florida.
Billy Donovan has utilized this defense a lot this year. I've seen them use it at least on 3 or 4 different occasions.
Lob underneath, broken up by Walsh. Dupree said, just a little higher, please.
I'll tell you what, he can throw it up there about another 3 feet above that. He'll catch it.
Wright will inbound. And Dupree hands it back to Whipple. Shot clock at 5. Horace Bright. Step back. Look at Ureta. He got it. Wow, Ureta waded in and took the ball down and put it home.
Tom, that was an outstanding offensive rebound with the backboard jiggling. Somebody who jumped up there and was afraid of getting injured, grabbed a hold of that rim, and that whole backboard was shaking.
LSU within 3. Walsh nearly lost it. And did. And then Walsh called for a hold after he lost the ball. Commits his first foul.
Billy Donovan looking on, and he watches Ureta, the LSU center, go up, and this is a terrific offensive rebound. Great grab. Collis Temple III grabbing a hold of that backboard. You can see it shaking.
Matt Bonner set to come back in the next dead ball. LSU playing with mostly reserves as Ronald Dupree hits a 2.
Dupree off to a good start here in this basketball game for LSU.
And LSU closing to within 1 after trailing by 9. Walsh penetrates to Nelson. Back to Walsh. Walsh being defended by Collis Temple. And a step in, nearly a steal for Whipple. Shot clock at 10. Nelson to Colas, who got a shove in the back from Whipple, I believe. His first. Here's Matt Bonner returning. A little gimpy, but able to make it. And Matt Walsh sits down. Nelson came open and hit the 3.
Tom, he's had such a difficult year this year, and this is a young man who's had a terrific career at Florida, but this year has just struggled with his shot mightily, not even 30% coming into this game.
That was his 160th 3-point field goal, which ranks 6th all time with the Gators. And he has 1,408 points, which also is amongst the leaders, 14th. There's another putback. LSU pounding the offensive board.
Ureta again.
He has 2 buckets, both off the offensive glass. Florida and LSU among the lower teams in rebounding. Here's Colas with an offensive board, and he draws the foul.
Let's go back and take a look at Brett Nelson. His scoring average had increased every year since he's been at Florida, except for this year. A young man who has really struggled, but again, once you're ready to go in there and get that offensive rebound, Tom, he is just ferocious on that glass.
And then on the other end, the foul committed by Temple, 3rd against LSU. Bonner. Roberson for 3. Hauled down again by Ureta. Right. Ureta showed us the shooting touch from 17 feet. He has a half dozen points.
Well, what a first half so far for Ureta. He's had some big games this year. One of the biggest ones against probably formerly #1 ranked Arizona.
12-3 LSU run, and they could take the lead if they convert this one. Whipple finds Dupree for the throwdown. And LSU's on top.
Got a few of Brady's bunch in here today. LSU fans everywhere.
Dreyer using a screen from Bonner. Launches, can't hit. Long rebound into the hands of Daryl Mitchell.
Couple of pretty small guards out there right now for LSU.
Whipple and Mitchell, Whipple 6'2", but Mitchell just 5'11". There he is with the ball, skipping it over. Torres Bright, only 6'4", and there's the turnover. And Nelson to Roberson for three. Back rim to Ureta. How many rebounds does Jaime have now? Ureta's been a one-man rebounding machine here in the first half, already with 8 rebounds. 8 boards for Jaime Ureta, who's either winded or injured, trying to catch his breath, hands on shorts.
I'll tell you what, as active as he's been, I can understand why.
8 rebounds in 9 minutes. Bright, Torres Bright with a 3. And Ureta breaks it up and steals it for the Tigers. Mitchell. Bright with a fake. LSU, of course, with numbers in the crowd here in Louisiana. They're in the midst of a 17-3 run.
Tell you what, Tom, they could have taken a bad shot right there, too, and they opted not to. That's a walk.
Yep. Whipple walks, and LSU turns it over. But the last few minutes have all belonged to the Tigers. Jaime Ureta not only can rebound, he can shoot as well. And Ronald Dupree on the good pass, throws it down. And Torres Bright spots in the corner. His three-pointer is good. LSU has come from 9 down to take the lead. .9:44 to go in the first half. LSU leading Florida 19-14. LSU hitting 9 of 15 shots. That's 60%. Well, the Gators 5 of 14, only 36% shooting, and Florida has only 1 for their last 7 in the last 4 minutes.
Colas trying to get the ball inside to Bonner. LSU very aware of where Bonner is on the floor at every moment.
Nelson looking for a screen from Colas. Shoots anyway and misses a 3. This rebound to Dupree. And a remarkable turnaround by the Tigers, who began slowly. Here's Antonio Hudson, leading scorer in last year's tournament, nearly threw it away. Dupree dishing, and that one is stolen by the Gators. Roberson using the Bonner screen. And a foul as it comes to Colas inside.
Well, Roberson with a nice move down the lane. Always nice to have a guard that can shoot the 3, but also one that can put it on the floor and with the dribble penetration get inside and drop it off to an open man. What's this here? Bonner uses the screen of Bonner's and then goes down the lane and drops it right into Colas' hands.
Ronald Dupree committed the foul, putting Colas at the free throw line. The junior from Miami, North Miami High School, a 6A All-State selection there. Of Haitian descent, has 7 brothers and 3 sisters. He's gotten some good playing time for Billy Donovan this season.
There's something else about him. His frame is starting to fill out a little bit too.
It's both free throws. He is a good free throw shooter, about 72%. And his 2 points pull the Gators within 3.
Nice cross that time.
Patient offense. Well, I said that. Mitchell launched a tough shot. I don't know that John Brady wanted it, but when it went in, it looked good. Daryl Mitchell. 19-4 Tiger run, which carried them from, as we said, in danger of losing control of the game early to the lead. Colas, an offensive rebound. He'll shoot 2 more.
I'm going to tell you what, Colas has been a stalwart underneath that basket, and there nobody else is really doing any offensive rebounding except for him.
Brad Bridgewater into the game for LSU, commits his first foul, the 6'8 senior from New Roads, Louisiana. LSU had been dominating the boards till that last time out. In fact, they were 11-4 rebounding until Billy Donovan obviously said something to his team about hitting the boards, and Colas took it to heart. Of course, the fact that Jaime Ureta with 8 rebounds was on the bench didn't hurt the Florida rebounding stats. And Colas has hit 4 straight free throws. And it's a 3-point game with 7:57 left in the half. LSU leads Florida 21-18. Gators trying to drum up a little offense, trailing 21-18 at the 7:57 mark in the first half. And here's our Bell South SEC trivia question. What 2 current SEC members have never won the SEC tournament? I'll have the answer for you later on in the telecast. LSU hitting 63% of their shots. You remember yesterday, they opened up in the first half hitting 55% against South Carolina on their way to victory over the Gamecocks. Matt Bonner returns for the Gators, who are hitting only 31% of their shots and have been out-rebounded 12-5 by the Tigers.
One guy getting most of those. Ureta
with 8. And here's an offensive foul called on Ureta. It's number 2 with 7:44 left in the half.
So what does John Brady do now? Does he pull him out of there, sit him on the bench, and not allow him to play the rest of this first half?
So far, he's made no move to sub. Nelson off a screen. Couldn't shake Hudson. Colas off-balance shot. Here's Mitchell in a hurry.
Ureta got a piece of that ball.
Mitchell all the way. Missed it. Colas clears, and here we go the other way. Hamilton to Nelson. Now they reset the offense. Billy Donovan hollering, reset, reset from the bench. Reset that, says Justin Hamilton. Throws up an air ball.
Not very good. I think Billy Donovan asking with a really perplexed look, why in the world did you shoot that?
What's happened since the 16:03 mark. 1 and 11 for Florida. Wow.
LSU's defense has been pretty good.
Dupree. Bullet pass to Temple. Can't get away from Justin Hamilton. Dupree worked himself open and hit.
Good look by Temple. Dupree just found the opening in that defense and he got him the ball.
Dupree has 8. Colas, they leave him open. They concede that shot, and so what does he do? He banks it in.
Did he call it?
Colas, the Gators' leading scorer with 6. That's the lead to 3. Mitchell nearly lost it, saved it to Dupree. He lobs. Temple got control and put it home. He tapped it to himself when he couldn't control it for the dunk. And John Clougherty stopping play as Colas limping a bit. John Clougherty, Tom Lopes, and Olandis Poole are the officials for the game.
Colas out of the lineup right now, but let's go back and take a look at the LSU offense right there. Good pass by Temple. Dupree takes one quick dribble toward the basket and from about 12 feet out makes the jump shot. Sometimes it's just a matter of finding the opening in that defense.
Colas being tended to on the bench. Christian Dreyer will come in for Florida. So Hamilton sets it up for the Gators as the Go Tigers from the Louisiana faithful rings out here in New Orleans. defended by Temple. Reach in and knocked away. That was Hudson, and it'll be off the foot of a Gator, and LSU will get it.
You know, and I think that went off of Bonner's foot. It was slapped down and kind of kicked off his left side of his foot.
Meanwhile, Bonell Colas leaving the bench, going down to the end where they're taking a closer look at his foot or ankle. Maybe retape it.
Florida back in that 2-3 matchup zone again.
Dupree with Dreyer in his face sinks a tough shot.
I'm telling you, he is having an outstanding first half.
10 points.
Slap away, and they got a turnover.
Hudson claims it for the Tigers. Ronald Dupree has hit 4 of his first 5 shots. Game's leading scorer.
LSU looking very sharp and alert right now on both ends of the court.
Just over 5 minutes left. Then jam by Dupree.
I told you they could throw it higher.
Timeout, Florida.
Ronald Dupree. Great catch. How about the pass? Was that Bright that delivered the pass? It was blocked out right there, but I know who finished it. A little smile on his face, and why not?
This is fun. Difficult to believe that Florida had a 9-point lead earlier in this half. Right now, LSU is up by 9. You can experience all the emotions of college basketball in the South through the words of author Pat Conroy and My Losing Season, available in bookstores everywhere. Florida trying to regroup. Here's a Bonner 3. Rims out. Hudson claims the rebound. After hitting their first 2 from 3-point range, Florida's gone cold from the arc.
I'll tell you what, LSU's not trying to match them with threes either. They've gone inside for most of their offense.
Here's a 3. No good by Mitchell. Ureta calling a timeout as he sails out of bounds to retain possession for the Tigers. And that'll count as another Ureta rebound, and he has 9 here in the first half.
Watch again. Watch the play by Ureta right here. Going out, timeout, before he hits the out-of-bounds line or out of the court of play. Yeah, I dislike that play. I think I've made my feelings known.
But as long as it's the rule, they take advantage of it, and Ureta did.
Absolutely.
And LSU has hit, Larry, 11 of their last 15 shots. That's 74% shooting. Meanwhile, we'll look forward to watching Tim Brando with Joe Dean Jr., Barry Booker tonight. David Neal will be here to host again the SEC quarterfinal round. Vanderbilt, the surprise winner over Alabama in the opening round last night against the regular season champion Kentucky, which went through the season undefeated in the SEC. And the second quarterfinal game as well, as we have the quarterfinal round at the Louisiana Superdome presented by Dr. Pepper.
Right now at this point, LSU really taking it to the Florida Gators. They're real tough on. Look at Dupree again.
He's feeling it now. Ronald Dupree has missed only 1 shot. He has 14 points.
Tommy, you got to find some way to shut him down. If you're the Florida Gator defense, you've got to find out where Dupree is on that floor.
Off the high post, Bonner. LSU has the biggest lead for either team. Dreyer in trouble. Got rid of it to Roberson. He's cut off. Well, the Florida offense looks out of sorts at the moment. Finally, they get it to Bonner. He turns right into the defense and is called for steps. That possession by the Gators was completely disrupted by the LSU defense. It's all the Tigers' way here now. 31-20 LSU. LSU has engineered a colossal turnaround in this game with a 29-9 run. They're up 31-20. And Toyota would like to thank the thousands of fans who entered the Toyota You Pick'em sweepstakes at jpsports.com. And the grand prize winner, Jamie Roberts of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The takes home a new 2003 Toyota 4Runner. And congratulations to Jamie from all the folks at Toyota. What about points in the paint, Larry? 24-6 LSU.
Well, you expect Florida to get a little bit more aggressive down inside because they've lived and died with that outside shot all year long. They need to go back inside a little bit more. Well, the problem is LSU's not allowing them to do it.
Dominating the boards, as you see. Well, one of the problem areas for the Gators would have been an inside presence all season. Being outscored in the paint. Walsh hauls down that rebound, bounced it off his knee on the dribble, but retained control. Inside to Colas. Missed it. Got his own rebound. Back up. And good.
Oh, what a great effort by Colas. Inside, trying to work against this LSU defense has been difficult today, and there hasn't been very many people had success down there except for him.
8 points and 4 rebounds. 3 of them offensive. Tigers looking to win their 7th straight game. Trailed by 9 in the early going. Hudson cut off, ducked up and under and laid it in. How'd he do that?
He got by Walsh. I think Walsh felt like he was going to go all the way across the lane, and he came back underneath of him.
Antonio scored 63 points in the tournament last year, the top scorer in the SEC tournament in 2002.
That high post cut for Walsh.
Walsh split defenders and scored. Tough shot for the freshman Matt Walsh.
He did the same thing that was done to him on the other end. He tried to defend against Hudson, couldn't do it. Nice move by Walsh.
Dupree with a 3, can't miss. 17 first half points for Ronald Dupree, who has misfired on only 1 shot all day. He is 8 for 9.
I think he likes playing in this dome.
Feels like he's home, doesn't he? 8 for 9 shooting. Colas couldn't handle the bullet pass from Nelson.
I tell you what, they're putting the threes up.
And down with Dupree from Mitchell.
It's the complete opposite of what I thought I was going to see today. It has not been threes. It's been the inside LSU game that has dominated this game so far.
Approaching the final minute of the half. Ronald Dupree with 19 first half points.
Had a great first half.
9 of 10 shooting. Roberson knifing in, and Colas is hammered as he takes it to the rim.
Come on, I'll tell you something that's going to happen today that has not happened, I don't think, too often this year for Florida. They're going to have to depend on their defense to stop this LSU offense right now because they're really taking it to them. You know, the Gators have pretty much been able to dictate tempo because of their offense, the way they play with that outside shooting. They may have to change a little today, and they may have to depend on that defense a lot more.
Gators have suffered multiple disappointments in the SEC tournament and in danger of making another early exit as the 2nd seed in the East. Colas with 4 of his 8 points coming at the free throw line where he's perfect. Where will the Gators be without Linnell, who has 9 of their 25 points?
Yeah, John Brady's done a nice job of rotating his players in and out today, too.
The Raider returns.
But the constant presence of Dupree never goes away.
The big guns of the Gators, Roberson with 3, Bonner with 3. Colas finally misses a free throw. Walsh with 4. David Lee, who hasn't played in a while, with 3. So all the high scores for the Gators, not getting much done today. Instead of giving it up, Ureta slashes to the basket and is fouled. It's going to be on Colas, number 1.
Tom, one of the things I like about Jaime Ureta's play is the fact not only does he do well down on the inside on the block, catching and shooting, and also on the baseline, but he's very adept at putting it on the floor and going quickly inside. And you got to remember, this is a guy 6'9", 240.
Born in Colon, Panama, one of 6 kids who grew up playing soccer. Eventually went to high school in Miami and then to Dixie State Junior College in Utah, where he was National Junior College Player of the Year on a national championship team. Scored 1,200 points, 679 rebounds, and 114 blocks. And came into the SEC in this his first season and finished as the 2nd leading rebounder in the league. He has 7 points and 9 boards here in the first half.
It's been somewhat of a climate shock for him to go from Panama and Miami to go to Utah.
Well, he heated it up when he got there.
He did.
A great play as the seconds tick away here in the first half. It has been a remarkable LSU turnaround. Five to shoot. And Polis lays it in with 1 second to go. First half ends as Bright nearly hit from midcourt. Linnell Colas with 11 points, keeping Florida within shouting distance as the Tigers have a 38-16 run as we go to Dave Baker.
John, after you fell behind by 9, that's about as dominating a period of basketball as we've seen this year by your team.
Well, we continue to this band's something.
They're good.
I can hear myself talking. I think, again, we defended really well. You know, we're guarding them pretty well. We're having to make tough shots. We're going back and rebounding the ball a little bit. You know, we missed the last one there, but we played really good defense. We've rebounded pretty good, and hopefully we continue to make some shots. I thought we executed pretty well defensively, and we executed pretty well offensively, too.
All right, John, we appreciate it. Best of luck second half. That's John Brady as LSU leads it 40-27, Tom.
All right, Dave, and here's some execution for you. Ronald Dupree with 19 first-half points. Here Mitchell spots him for the throwdown. LSU comes from 9 down to a 40-27 halftime lead on the Gators.
Next L9.
Ready to start the second half? Let's check in now where moments ago Billy Donovan spoke with Dave Baker.
Billy, after you guys got up 9, they just kind of poured it on.
Well, I didn't think that we played very tough at all. I thought that once David Lee picked up his second foul, you know, across the front court, we did not have the guys that could stop Dupree. Certainly had a phenomenal first half. And then I thought offensively, we're just trying to play behind the line, and we got to have some type of presence inside. And a guy like Bonner only gets 2 shots in the first half. The amount of minutes is not going to get it done.
All right, thanks, Billy. Best of luck second half. We appreciate it. That's Billy Donovan, Tom.
All right, Dave, we're underway in the second half. LSU's possession to open the half. Dupree, maybe he's cooled off a little. Missed that one, his first shot, and only his second miss of the entire game.
Pretty good job of Hamilton that time to get a hand in his face. Something we didn't see a lot of in the first half.
David Lee, and one. Lee, who spent most of the first half on the bench in foul trouble, comes back with a 3-point opportunity to open the second half. As we look at our Gatorade top performers in the first half, Dupree with 19 points, missing only 1 shot, 9 of 10. And Ureta 8 points and 9 boards. And Ureta just picking up his 3rd foul on the first play of the first offensive possession by Florida in the second half.
Tom, big mistake right there by LSU. David Lee just barely scraped the iron with that shot. LSU into the lane, he'll get another shot.
On the violation, Lee gets a second chance. And still misses, came up short again, and got his own rebound. Bonner. So a 4-point trip by the Florida Gators. Did LSU go to sleep at the timeout? Ureta picks up his 3rd foul, and Florida gets a possession that scores 4 points.
Billy Donovan might have delivered a fire and brimstone message at halftime. The Florida looks like they come out ready to play. I tell you, they need David Lee down inside desperately. Having him out of that lineup and not allowing him to play really hurts the Gators.
Roberson picks up his first foul.
He only played him 5 minutes and 21 seconds in that first half.
Picked up 2 early fouls, went to the bench, and that took away what little inside presence the Gators had. Colas did a good job. They needed more. Ureta from Dupree.
But what a ball game Ureta is having. Nice catch and a flush.
Got to stay out of foul trouble, though. He picked up his 3rd foul the last Gator possession. See if they try to attack him now with David Lee. Hands to Bonner. 3-pointer. Good.
Here come the Gators. I tell you what, you can't keep a good team down. They're going to find a way to come back and battle. They're just too competitive.
And they're back within 8. They're saying, if LSU can turn it around, so can we.
Raider trying to battle Lee down inside.
On the baseline, Temple. Tough fall-away shot, rimmed out. Walsh has it for the Gators. Now Hamilton recycles the offense. Walsh. Roberson for 3. Put back up and in on the offensive glass.
Hamilton with a nice offensive rebound.
His first basket. And John Brady's going to call a timeout. His team's lost the momentum. It's the Florida Gators that come out smoking to start the second half with a 9-2 run. We'll take a timeout and be back shortly after this from Bell South.
Well, obviously they did it with their stars, and the guys that were getting it done, the guys have done it for them all year long. Matt Bonner with a nice little pull-up jump shot right there. And again, Lee giving it to Bonner from beyond that 3-point line. These are the guys that have led them. Watch the follow-up rebound here by Justin Hamilton. Florida's back in this game again, only down 6.
And they've closed the rebounding gap by out-rebounding the Tigers 4-0 here in the second half.
I don't think people realize how important David Lee is to this basketball team. We talked about all the other guys who can do stuff, but he is right there.
Wright misses, but Ureta kept it alive. Dupree came up short and then lost it out of bounds.
Dupree might have forced that one a little bit. It's such an excellent first half. Now he's trying to pick up his club and carry them after Florida has made a serious run at them here.
Dupree and the Tigers trying to regain their touch. Only one of their first 5 in this 9-2 Gator run. David Lee, crossover, attacking Ureta and putting it in.
It's naturally left-handed. It didn't look very pretty, but it went in.
Ureta, remember, plays with 3 fouls.
Hamilton has the responsibility for Dupree, it looks like, this half.
The lead is only 4. LSU is led by as many as 14. This time they get it inside. It goes for Ureta. And 1 as he'll step to the line.
Go back and take a look at David Lee's move right here. He might have bumped a little bit to get free. Calls in the contact, but he got the basket. But on the other end, watch Ureta right here going up against David Lee. I'm not even sure there's a foul there.
It goes in the book, so is Lee's 3rd. And here's Ureta with 12 points and 9 boards. Misses the free throw badly, and Walsh calls it down. Matt Walsh launches a 3 and hits the bottom of the net.
Tom, he has got such a strange release on his shot. It almost looks like he pushes out in front of his nose and it just kind of shot puts the ball up there.
Gators within 3.
Don't change it. It is successful.
Bright. Out to Temple for 3.
Temple continues his strong 3-point shooting.
From Torres Bright, the Tigers needed that one. Walsh with a push-off offensive foul on the freshman. Collis Temple took the charge. Matt Walsh, the freshman, called for the offensive foul, but earlier buried this 3. But LSU able to answer as Torres Bright gets penetration and finds Temple spotted at the 3-point arc. LSU leads 47-41.
I'm not passing any judgment on this.
Can't believe everything you read. That's a good look. (47-41). LSU trying to regain momentum in the face of this Gator run to open the second half.
Lee's had to go out of the game again. Colas back in the game for Florida.
Traffic inside, and somehow Ureta rises up to get the bucket. He has 14. LSU back up by 8. Bonner finds Hamilton, who whips it inside to Colas, who missed the layup. Tap no good, and cleared by Dupree.
That was an acrobatic move by Colas, but he just had no way of getting that shot to go down. If he'd have made that one, it might have been the shot of the tournament.
Whipple to Ureta. Lost it. Hamilton to Walsh. Steal for the Gators.
Good defensive work by Florida that time. They swarmed Ureta inside.
Bonner spotted for the 3.
That is their strength. When they've got the ball in the hands of those three-point shooters, that's where they can really destroy you.
Billy Donovan calling for more defense in the second half. That time a steal results in a 3-point basket. Bonner's hit 3 of 4 from the arc. Bright penetrates. Hit the deck. It goes off the leg of Bonner and out of bounds.
Tom, one of the things LSU has done very well, they had 10 assists in the first half to go with those 18 field goals. They have been able to deliver the basketball to the open man when they needed it. Ureta right there to grab that one and stick it in. This has been a very good interior passing LSU team.
Roberson out, and Torres Bright you see on the bench for LSU. Mitchell is in. Hudson's also in for the Tigers.
And the Gators go to a 2-3 zone out of this out-of-bounds play.
Brett Nelson and Adrian Moss in for the Gators. From the corner, it's good. From Antonio Hudson.
Nice pass by Dupree. Got into the middle of the zone and found him right in the corner. Dupree zone right now by LSU.
Walsh for 3. And a rebound by LSU. Moss is lucky he didn't call over the back that time as he came crashing in. So it looks like LSU has weathered the storm temporarily.
And the thing that Florida's going to have to do, they're really going to have to advance that defense. They're going to have to move it up another notch.
Dupree refines. Is that a refine?
It is refined.
Regains his shooting touch. First bucket of the second half, 21 for the game.
Well, he has had some kind of afternoon. Talked about their defense. Florida's going to have to continue to score baskets here, and here's the man that can do it.
Bonner after the handoff from Moss. Ureta has his double-double.
Well, what a hard-working player Ureta is.
14 points and 10 rebounds. Dupree lobs to Ureta. Double team, put it up anyway. And Moss hauls it down for the Gators. Nelson is out in front. And a technical foul on John Brady. John Clougherty warning him again to get back. Second technical would put him out of the game.
Tom, I'll tell you what happened there. Moss came off with a rebound, and Brady and the entire LSU bench stood up and was screaming that he was walking. And I think that he's been hearing all day long some things from that bench over there. And John Clougherty, you see right there, he's indicating he walked. And now John Clougherty calls a technical foul. He says, I've had enough.
Matt Bonner hits the technical free throw.
The question is, did he walk? John Brady and their bench thinks he did. Watch Moss come up with the ball right here. He's got it. Oh, I think he did too.
No question.
Yeah, there's no question. Coach Brady and his bench were absolutely correct. He did travel.
Walsh feeds inside to Moss. Being defended by Hudson, who fouled him and won.
Oh, Adrian Moss with a nice move down on the inside. He did not even play in the first half, and John Brady looking on, watching his defense right here. A good ball fake got Hudson to bump him as he went up, and Moss with a chance now with for a three-point play and close that gap to 5 points.
54-49 as the Gators mount another charge. 12 minutes left. Mitchell scurrying to the hoop. Call for the offensive foul. Mitchell plays out of control at times, and he was there. John Brady still shell-shocked on the LSU bench, but his team up by 5. The Gators have been able to nearly catch up, at least get closer to LSU. Has been the defense they played on Ronald Dupree. 19 points in the first half, only 2 so far in the second.
Yeah, but Ureta has been the guy that has supplanted those points that Dupree has not been able to put on the board.
Ureta with 17 points, 9 of those in this half. Pick and roll, Ureta from Temple, collisions everywhere, and finally a whistle stops play and puts Jaime Ureta back at the free throw line for the Tigers.
Ureta almost lost control of that basketball once he went down on the inside. I think Lee picked up this foul. Is that his 4th?
It is his 4th foul, so the chief inside presence for the Gators picks up number 4. Remember when he got an early second foul in the first half, went to the bench, is when LSU built its big lead. And recognizing that perhaps, Billy Donovan leaves him in the game for the moment. Ureta missing the first free throw as Hamilton comes in for Nelson.
I'm not really sure Billy has a choice in this matter. I think he's got to leave him out there because when you're trailing by 5 and the way LSU's playing right now, you've got to have all your good players on the floor, and they need an inside presence like Lee.
Ureta once again hits 1 of 2 at the line. Give him 18 for the game. And the advantage 6 for LSU.
I think Dave Lee's got to be careful. Obviously, he doesn't pick up that 5th one.
Bonner. Back outside to Roberson.
A good closeout by Dupree that time. He got to Roberson in a hurry.
Roberson fell down, lost the ball. Dupree can't get it. And now Walsh misses the shot.
Oh, some flurry right there, too.
Like, too, when Dupree tried to get up, and Bonner had a pretty good clamp on him. Timeout, 30-second timeout, called by John Brady of LSU.
John Brady's going to gather his troops around him and talk to them about what they're doing on offense right now. Let's take a look at what happened on the other end. Roberson lost the basketball, and then Dupree couldn't come up with it. And Bonner picks it up, gets it to Walsh, or gets it to Lee, who gets it to Walsh, and then Walsh can't finish it off.
Dupree's lucky he didn't turn his ankle when he stepped on the ball there trying to gather it in. Still a 6-point game, and coming your way tonight, the last 2 quarterfinal matchups, 7:30 Eastern Time, Vanderbilt and Kentucky, and then Auburn and Tennessee in the nightcap. Brought to you by Dr. Pepper. How do you prepare a team to meet a squad you defeated by 62 the last time you met them?
Well, say you have some confidence anyway.
Yeah, it could be. Of course, Vanderbilt can play with nothing to lose. An interesting matchup.
Big win for them over Alabama last night.
Was indeed. Temple with 2 on the shot clock, misses it. Scramble in the corner, out of bounds to the Gators.
Now let's see if Florida's got his third run in them. They've already come back from 2 big deficits so far.
They have 6 minutes to do it. There's a hold on Temple. Second foul on Temple, and 1+1 for the Florida Gators for the remaining 6 minutes. Brady wants to know why. What do you say when the coach asks you that?
You just simply turn away and keep on refereeing. Or if it's the player, you just turn around and forget about it.
Yeah, I think he was saying it to College Temple. Sometimes coaches just can't help it. 4-point game.
Florida doing a lot of switching.
One as Bonner picks up Bright. Hudson, nowhere to go, able to feed it to Ureta, and one.
Tom, how is it Ureta continues to pop up in that same spot every time on offense for LSU? They've gotten the ball to him consistently in this second half, and he's been able to finish off his plays. That is a terrific pass right there by Antonio Hudson.
Good thing Ureta was there, though, because he had left the floor, and he's either going to be a turnover or an assist is what it turned out to be, as Ureta with 20 points and 12 rebounds. This is the free throw. Walsh wades in to get it. 60-54 Tigers. LSU looking for its 7th straight win and a berth in the semifinals against Mississippi State. Bonner rejected by Ureta.
Boy, did he come from a long way away to get that one. Great block. I think Bonner felt like he had an easy layup right there. He was very close to a charging foul, too.
Billy Donovan with a 30-second timeout call. Jaime Ureta has been one of the stars for LSU today, especially in the absence of Ronald Dupree's second half scoring. Dupree, after 19 in the opening frame, has only 1 field goal in the second half. And tonight, starting at 7:30 Eastern, 2 great quarterfinal matchups. First game, Tubby Smith's unbeaten Kentucky Wildcats, winner of 20 straight games against the underdog Vanderbilt. The Commodores behind Matt Freege's 24 points surprised Alabama last night. And the second game will feature the Auburn Tigers with senior guard Marquise Daniels against the league's leading scorer Ron Slay and the Tennessee Volunteers. Marquise Daniels. Tonight, Kentucky Vandy, Tennessee Auburn, all starts at 7:30 Eastern. Roberson gets free to lay it in. Florida back within 4. Here's Ureta against Moss. Bonner came to help. What happened? Foul call on Moss. So Moss got him with a knee.
Billy Donovan asking now the same question John Brady was. Why? Except he's initiated it in the direction of the official.
There's the knee. Stuck out. Absolutely. Foul call. Ureta struggles at the line. As we said, 57% on the season. 4 of 8 in this game.
Oh, that one was real bad.
Barely drew iron. So
it's something you file away. You know, if you need it late game, that's the guy you go to. Make sure you foul him.
Just under 5 minutes to play. Go in the book says a Gator stop as the Tigers got no points. Long 3 by Roberson. That one was from Metairie. And I'm not sure that's what Billy Donovan wanted in that situation.
He's made some big shots this year for this Florida team, and some of them from about that distance.
Dupree. Step on Hamilton, a pull-up shot. Beauty! Ronald Dupree, only his second field goal of the half, but 23 in the game, and that was a beautiful move. A pull-up, step-back jump shot that finds the bottom of the net, and the Gators take a 30-second timeout.
Tom, when they need a basket, that's the guy they're going to go to. If they get into a crucial situation, Ronald Dupree's the guy that's going to handle it. And They got it to him on that side, and watch him right here. Nice elevation, got it up over Justin Hamilton, who's had a pretty good second half on him defensively.
Textbook there, perfect rotation. The step back jump shot by Ronald Dupree for the third straight season. Second team All-SEC performer. Has 8 double-doubles this year, 32 in his LSU career. 23 points and 6 rebounds in this game. He's only missed 3 shots, Larry, 11 of 14.
He's had an outstanding afternoon.
In Biloxi, Mississippi. An only child and an electrical engineering major at LSU.
That's terrific, isn't it? I love to hear that.
Matt Bonner, senior, trying to lead the Gators back. Missed that shot. Hauled down by Hudson.
I think he had thoughts of maybe passing that ball to Lee inside, and Lee got covered up at the last moment. He had to go up with a shot.
4 minutes left. Temple forced that one.
14, what's he done?
And an LSU foul call. It's going to be on Ureta, and that's number 4.
So the 2 big inside players for Florida, David Lee and Jaime Ureta, now both have 4 fouls.
Florida's Lee and LSU's Ureta.
Good help that time coming across was David Lee, and also avoiding his 5th foul.
Ureta had an elbow in the throat of Matt Walsh, who took a flop and got the call. It was a good call.
Matt Walsh, a pretty good free throw shooter, 76% coming into this game.
Florida has Christian Dreyer from Denmark. And Walsh misses. And Walsh from Holland. Pennsylvania, that is. He missed there by the freshman, though, at the line. And normally an excellent free throw shooter. 8th in the league at 76%. So LSU with the ball up by a half dozen.
Oh, that's a tough pass. That is a hard one to catch.
And Hamilton comes away with it for the Gators.
Antonio Hudson absolutely threw a laser in there.
David Lee to Bonner.
College Temple doing a nice job on Bonner.
Walsh, determined drive to the hoop, and Ureta measured it again and batted it out of bounds. Well, it'll be a furious finish with 3:07 left, and we'll be back to the Superdome after this. Ureta, who has 21 points in the game and 14 rebounds. Dupree's the top scorer. Missed the second, but there's the rebound by Whipple, and a holding call on Matt Bonner of Florida.
The missed free throw was a fortuitous bounce for LSU. It went long, which allowed Mitchell to get in behind Bonner.
Billy Donovan calls for a timeout. The Gators in danger of losing their 3rd straight. Here's that sequence. A long rebound that came LSU's way, and Bonner called for the foul as Ureta missed the free throw. He's struggled at the line, but everything else he's done tonight has been a positive for the Tigers.
Tom, it has been, but right now he's got to be able to make this free throw, because if he does, it just may ice the game for LSU.
Neither team has a timeout left as we play the final 12.8 seconds. And let's check out our huddles with the teams here with 12.8 seconds. John Brady.
Now let's go back and take a look. Your comment about him getting hit hard, absolutely correct. Watch Jaime Ureta right here. As he comes up with the ball, he takes a real shot.
And then Walsh gets in good too.
This would be a tremendous win for this LSU program. You know what? The tough thing for Florida, if they lose this game, that would be 3 in a row. Having lost already to Kentucky and Georgia at the end of the season. This will be the 3rd different team that they will have lost to in the last 2 weeks.
Well, I think we all agree that the Tigers have earned their way into the NCAA tournament. But they want more. They want to defeat the 7th-ranked Gators right here. Florida with a school record for wins with 24, but about to lose 3 in a row unless they can rally. Ureta with a clutch hit at the free throw line, and it's a 4-point game. Antonio Hudson replaces Ureta.
John Brady out there telling his guys right now, no fouls.
Matt Walsh. Can't get a 3 away. Lost it, got it back. Now to Roberson for 3. No good. Hamilton. He misses. Dupree runs it down, and LSU wins. The LSU Tigers continue their late season rampage as they win their 7th in a row, but it didn't come easily as they had to hold off several determined rallies by the Florida Gators, the 7th-ranked team in the nation. Here are Alltel plays of the game.
And the biggest one belongs on the defensive end for LSU. Bonner trying to go inside. Jaime Ureta coming up with the big block. I think as much it was the defense of LSU today and the 2 great players inside, both Dupree and Ureta, that really carried the load for this LSU team.
So the LSU Tigers win their 7th in a row, their 21st of the season, and send the Gators home to Gainesville after losing their 3rd straight. Both teams headed to the NCAA tournament. LSU now moves to the SEC tournament semifinals tomorrow afternoon. They'll play in the first game against Mississippi State, which knocked off Ole Miss earlier today. LSU beating Florida 65-61. And don't forget tonight, 2 more quarterfinal games coming your way starting at 7:30 Eastern. Tom Hammond for Larry Conley, Dave Baker, and our entire crew saying so long. JP SEC Tourney coverage.